Hey, text us anytime at 737-301-9600. Again, that's 737-301-9600. We love hearing from you guys.
From the Lester Home Studios, it's Trisha Delicious.
All right, so Miranda Lambert, she is mobilizing her nonprofit Mutt Nation Foundation to help people after the deadly storms that tore through Central and South Texas. Here's what she said in an Instagram.
I just want to jump on here and say how devastated we are to hear about the floods in South and Central Texas. I can't even come up with any words for the loss that everybody's suffering. Mutt Nation Foundation is working really closely with Kerrville Pets Alive as we speak to try to get more info and figure out where the needs are to support the pet community and pet owners in this disaster. So y'all join with us and try to help out as much as you can and keep sending prayers, and I'll keep you posted.
That's cool.
Yeah, Mutt Nation, M-U-T-T, Mutt Nation was founded by Miranda and her mom back in 2009, and the organization has already raised over $11 million to support animal shelters, to promote pet adoption, and provide aid during natural disasters.
That's cool. I love when people use their big platform like Miranda Lambert has to do really good things.
Right.
Unfortunately, you often don't hear about. I didn't know she had Mutt Nation until now.
Me neither.
You don't hear about them until really bad times.
Right.
And this is certainly one of them.
There.
Right.
Mm-hmm. If you're interested, you can donate at muttnation.com. She said she's going to continue to keep everybody updated and encouraging her fans to send love and prayers to the people affected.
And we're going to remind you, too, that if you want to donate to help out the people that have been affected by these flash floods, you can go to communityfoundation.net and make a donation to them. We mentioned it yesterday. Our listeners outside of Texas, this hits home for us. Mm-hmm. Kerrville is what? An hour and 45 minutes from us.
Maybe
right
2 hours
now.
away.
And, it's affected some people that we know and friends of theirs and things like that. So if you can help out, it would be greatly appreciated. Hats off to Miranda Lambert. That's cool.
Yeah.
I didn't know she was a Texas girl. I thought she was from Oklahoma.
I guess I kind of did too. I don't know if I really ever thought about it, but I love it that people who come to the aid of the state that they're from,
right?
When it's needed.
Right. So again, that website is
muttnation.com.
Stay with us, more coming up on Austin's 80s station, 103.1.
Austin's 80s station, 103.1.
I'm just going to throw it out there, Trisha. A third of Americans have named their car.
Mm-hmm.
Most of them, I think what they're focused on here are nicknames like the Beast or the Slug or the Batmobile. Not like you, they give them real people names.
I give them names that match my car's personality. That's why you can't just immediately.
Hold on. Let's break this down. The root word in personality is person.
My car has a personality. They all do.
No, they don't.
They're
do. Machines.
No, they're incorrect.
Anyway, Trisha, what's your car's name?
My current car's name is Brigida.
Brigida.
It took a long time to come up with that too. It was almost Shabuzi.
I liked Shabuzi.
But we made Shabuzi her middle name, Brigida Shabuzi. Because we liked them both. But I also won't name my car until I get my license plates, because sometimes the letters in your license plates kind of spell out of word. Your car might be named with the license plate. So you got to wait. There's a lot of factors that going into picking the right name.
Now, my next question is going to tell me even a little bit more about you.
Yeah.
So this poll took it one step beyond personality, and they say that 1 in 8 Americans think their car has actual feelings.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Landry and I...
Do you believe your car has feelings?
Well, I will say this. We've been in the car, and maybe Brigida the air conditioner has not cooled us down as quickly as we would like. And Landry will go, God, what's the deal with the freaking air conditioner? I'm all, shh, she will hear you and not make it cold.
You're ridiculous.
Yes.
So I have to tell you about my mom and a car that she had long before I was born. It was when she was in college. And it was, when you're in college, you kind of just get something that'll get you point A to point B.
Right.
And her dad, who made a lot of decisions for her and her twin sister, he decided everything for them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He came home once with I think it was a 1959 Plymouth.
Okay.
All right. And it was green. You know what my mother and my aunt nicknamed that car?
What?
The green latrine.
latrine.
Green latrine is what they called that car because they hated it so much.
Not the green machine, which sounded way cooler. The green latrine.
The green latrine.
The very first time I named my car, I think it was right after I started dating you, and I got an Infiniti, and it was the fanciest car I'd ever had, so I named it Fancy.
Mm-hmm.
And we've been off from there.
Can I tell you another story about the green latrine?
Yeah.
So my grandfather worked for a packing house, and he delivered meat. And the man that was a co-worker of my grandfather's. His name was Howard Copeland. And there was a really bad tornado in her hometown in 1962. And my mom gave the green latrine to Howard to use because his car had been destroyed and blown away in the storm. And I will tell you this. So Howard never forgot that. Every time my mother saw him, he always gave her the biggest hug, and my aunt too, my mom's twin, and gave him the biggest hug and talked about the time that she let him have the green latrine because his car was gone.
That's nice.
Yeah, it was nice. Howard Copeland, big giant of a man.
Really?
Yeah, he's a meat packer.
Yeah.
Big giant hands. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Who's that guy?
Aww.
So anyway, a third of you crazies give your car nicknames. A third of you do. So some more popular names. You want to know what they are?
Sure.
The Silver Bullet, very popular.
Yeah.
The Slug. Those are self-deprecating names.
Mm-hmm.
The Turtle and things like the Green Latrine. Stay with us. More coming up.
103.1.
The JB and Sandy Show starts at 7. If you missed yesterday's show, here's something you missed.
If you want to help out the victims of the flooding in the Hill Country, you can make a donation. You can go to communityfoundation.net. Again, that's communityfoundation.net. It's a fully vetted organization. It's been around since the early 80s, and they're going to get the money to the right people that need it. And boy, I tell you, I just am eternally grateful and always amazed. I shouldn't be because they do it all the time. What HEB does in situations like this. I don't know that I've ever known of a grocery store that's more locked into a community than HEB is. And something that you may not know is that HEB started in Kerrville, Texas in 1905. Mm-hmm. And that's, of course, where the massive flooding and stuff took place. And they have deployed they have an entire team of people that are disaster relief people that load up their trucks and get them going before anyone asks them to the places that are in need.
That need help.
Right.
I saw a social media post, somebody driving down the road, videoing a convoy of what looked like 8 or 9 HEB semi-trucks, I'm sure full of aid, and 7 or 8 like white trucks following in the convoy on their way to Kerrville to start helping where they could. They did that, also deployed them in Marble Falls, San Angelo, and I believe Bernie as well.
Right in the back of those say HEB disaster relief, right? I saw that same video.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
It's a company that continues to amaze. Like, even when it's not disaster relief, what they do can do to a small Texas town when they come in, they're unbelievable. And you know, a lot of it's because it's still a family-owned company.
Yeah.
Corporate. They wouldn't do that. They wouldn't have this budget, set aside. Just remarkable. When I saw that same clip you're talking about, Trisha, I was like, doesn't surprise me.
Not at all.
Really, really amazing what they're doing. And, we'll try to find out more. I think they're just doing it out of their own pocket. Like, because we wanted to find a good place for you to donate, right? Where it's vetted and we know that it's going to be good. That community foundation that you mentioned, they dole out millions every year to grants of wherever it's needed in Hill Country. Right. That's their thing.
Yeah.
Sandy did some research so we were trying to find the best place to send you because we all want to do something.
Right.
Right. And so definitely believe in that.
HEB has stepped up. Here's their statement that they put out over the weekend. It says, our HEB family is heartbroken by the enormous devastation and loss caused by the flooding in and around the Kerrville area. We are grateful to the local authorities, first responders, and volunteers for their tireless efforts. Kerrville, where our company started in the Hill Country, have a special place in the heart of the HEB family. A part of our initial outreach there part, we are working closely with the Red Cross, local officials, and first responders to support their needs. Additionally, as Tricia mentioned, we have sent aid to support efforts in San Angelo, Marble Falls, and other impacted areas. Our team are staying close to the hardest hit areas and will continue to provide needed support as these tragic situations evolve. We hold compassion and strength for everyone who's been impacted, and we remain committed to offer unwavering support to our communities. We will update this page with any developments. So HEB, man, those guys, they get it. They do it right.
Well, it's funny. It's probably not just, items needed for the victims who maybe lost their homes or whatever. But think of all they're probably providing food and beverage and all this stuff for all the first responders.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The what is it?
National Guard.
National Guard. Yeah, they're
Guard,
they're all converging there and working around the clock, and they need support.
Right. Have you guys seen any of the rescue efforts that were made? I mean,
that water, there was one video of, I could not tell if it was a woman or a little girl being rescued, but there are 4 or 5 of the responders with ropes trying to get her, and the water was just raging around them. I held my breath the entire time I watched that video. I mean, and they're just out there doing it. And they've made the statement that they're not going to stop until every single person is found.
I mean, the pilots of those helicopters are amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've rescued
hundreds.
Probably hundreds. Yeah, I saw the last number I saw was 260 something that they pulled out of there with boats, with helicopters, with whatever they can.
Right. It's and there's still. Tricia, did you say there were 2 young girls rescued as late as Sunday afternoon?
I can't confirm it, but I did see a post that said 2 of the girls who were missing were rescued as late as Sunday afternoon, high in a tree.
Wow.
And I have not been able to confirm that yet. But when I read it, oh, please, God, let it be true.
Right.
So it's not just a recovery effort. It's still a full-on rescue effort.
Right. That was from yesterday morning. The JB and Sandy Hour starts at 7 this morning, or stream the podcast whenever you want. Search JB and Sandy on the iHeartRadio app.
1031austin.com.
Well, here we are, July in Central Texas, and it's just hot. And we've had some wild weather, too, so far this year. A lot of people have got some storm damage, and a lot of times that means roof damage and insurance claims. Hey, if that happened to you, my friends Scott and Stacy Feller and their team at Kangaroo Roof are here for you. Scott and Stacy just introduced something really exciting, their Buy Now, Pay Later program. The timing of this is perfect. Even when insurance covers your new roof, deductibles mean thousands of dollars out of your pocket. Why not save the deductible, keep the insurance check, and finance the roof over 15 years? Makes a lot of sense, right? This keeps money in your pocket now and gets you that famous quality Kangaroo. Scott and Stacy are good people who have been helping our Central Texas community for over 25 years. This is just the latest example of how much they care. Give them a call and ask about Buy Now, Pay Later. They really hop to it at Kangaroo. Find them online at callkangaroo.com. Hey, it's JB and Sandy for our friends at Koala Cooling. Scott and Stacy, the same great folks behind Kangaroo, are the folks who bring you Koala Cooling and Plumbing. Do you ever hear the saying, JB, the dog days of summer? Do you know what it actually means?
It means you can't go outside. You want to stay in your air-conditioned home, is how I interpret that.
True, but it actually has history with astrology, the ancient Greeks, and the dog star constellation. Hey, that's great to know, but right here on planet Texas, I just know it's hot, right?
Yeah, we hit triple digits in May, and I know we have hit triple digits in September. That's a long stretch. You want to get your home checked out and qualified.
Yeah, you don't want your AC breaking down on the hottest days of the year, so go ahead and get the team from Koala Cooling to come out and take a look. Like JB said, get your AC qualified. Call them today at 512-759-8800. I bet everyone's dying to know why almost all of the American flags at Disney World have the wrong number of stars. We'll tell you during Care Don't Care. Thanks for being with us. I'm Sandy. This is Trisha over here.
Hi.
Follow us on Instagram at The Sandy Show Official. Grab the podcast version of the show. It's available every single day. Just search The Sandy Show where you get your podcasts.
Here we are.
Trisha, care or don't care to know a Waffle House fun fact.
Always care about Waffle House fun
It's
facts.
the second day in a row Waffle House has come up.
I know.
Waffle House owns its own record label called Waffle Records. And its songs are mostly just played in the restaurants. Like they have a whole division that
Like
records.
their own playlists.
Yeah, and their own record label where they have recorded and produced the songs and then just play them in the Waffle House.
Waffle Records.
Waffle Records. That's pretty funny. Next time I'm in the Waffle House, I'm going to make sure I pay attention to the music.
They should sell them.
That's playing. Trisha, care or don't care to know something interesting about almost half of the United States presidents of the past 80 years? Something a lot of them have in common.
I mean, is it interesting?
I just care or don't care, Trish.
I mean, I guess. I might uncare. Go ahead.
All right. Half of them have been left-handed.
Oh, uncare.
Okay.
Uncare.
Wow.
It's just a boring fact about a bunch of old guys.
I don't know. I thought it was kind of interesting. I mean, to be president and being left-handed. Anyway, finally, Trisha, do you want to know why almost all of the American flags at Disney World have the wrong number of stars?
I do care.
Well, it's very, very tricky by Disney. You think Disney's the place where everything's perfect, right?
Right.
But they do it so they don't have to perform proper flag protocols and lower all of them every night.
Oh my, lazy.
Isn't that terrible?
Lazy.
They skirted around. They found a loophole in the flag protocols.
But to be fair, can you imagine how many flags that might be over the entire Disney property? But still,
Just break it.
put one up in the front.
Yeah, or just in sections. If you're in XYZ part of the park, you're in charge of taking the flag down.
Come on, Disney.
You're better than that, Disney.
Come on,
right?
Disney.
Yeah, boy, the Fuzz asked me the other day if I'd ever been to Disney World, and I have not.
Mm-hmm.
I've been to Disneyland, but not World. And then I was like, do you want to go? And she's like, yeah, I've wanted to go since I was like 7. Never taken her.
We've never taken her.
Never
I
gone.
didn't go to Disney World. That's Epcot, the one in Florida,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Until I was in high school, and it was for a high school trip.
I told her that if that's the worst thing about your childhood, then you had a really good childhood.
You're doing good so far, kid.
That's care, don't care.